People ask me all the time, how do you make this pattern, the master pattern, FitNice master pattern, smaller, and how do you make it larger? First of all, don't make it smaller. A lot of people think that you can make this for children. You can't. Children's proportions between their shoulder and their bust, all of it's different. Every bit of it's different. But you can make it larger. So let's talk about larger. There is about a ½ inch between each size, okay? So I'm going to show you how to actually draw this larger. Now, one thing I want to point out is on this paper, this is the pattern itself laying here. On this paper is a chart. Please watch the video because it tells you how to read this chart. I'm just going to show you how to enlarge it. Right here on the pattern is a download link. Make sure that you download that video and make sure that you download all the PDFs that come with that because there's like 10 or 15 of them. So you want to make sure that you get all of that off of your pattern. You have a whole lot to go with this pattern other than just this paper. So make sure that you get everything that you've bought. So this is the master pattern. So if you look at the pattern itself, you'll see that it says fold line. This is patternese. I have put that on the fold line. And the reason I put it on the fold line is you want to work with a whole pattern. You don't want to work with a half pattern. So I always encourage you to make a whole pattern. What that means is it's going to be the whole front of you and the whole back of you. Okay? So let's just say that we're drawing this pattern, and we'll just say I'm drawing this pattern for Judy. And I want my pattern to be 29 inches. Or my garment, not my pattern, I'm sorry. I want my garment to be 29 inches when it's all finished, okay? So that means I need to draw this pattern 31 inches, okay? Because it's 29 plus 2, so that's 31 inches. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to mark where 31 is, just like that. Then I'm going to draw a straight line, like this, just like that, all right? Now, the largest size on this pattern happens to be a size 46. I don't want you to get confused about that because on the 46, tells you on this chart, the bust of that is 48 inches and the hip of that is 49.5 inches. If you want to call that 50, it's fine. But so let's just call that 50, it's easier. So let's just say that my bust doesn't measure 48. Let's just say that it measures 50. That would be 1/2 inch, because remember I said 1/2 inch between each one. So I'm going to add 1/2 inch right here to that armhole, because that's the bust measurement. So let me draw this top part in because it's going to make a lot more sense when I do. And I'm going to draw the largest shoulder, even though I don't know what my shoulder measurement is. I don't really care because it's easier to fit it on you. Again, watch the video and you'll see how that's done. Now this is where you would be if you were drawing the size 48 or the size 46. But remember I added a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch again from here. And I'm going to draw a line this way so everybody can see that. Okay? So now I've already drawn my length and I've already drawn the top part of this. One of the things I want to draw on here is that arrow, and I want to write the word stretch on that arrow so that I know the greatest amount of stretch is going around me. Now let's just say that my hips, remember I told you we were going to call that 50? Let's just say that my hips measure 60 inches. I'm going to need to add to that hip area. So that is 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60. 5, right? So I'm going to do 2.5 inches. And the reason I do 2.5 is you have a front and a back. So I'm going to add 2.5 inches right here at the hip area. Right there. And make a line. All right? I have to extend this one. So let's extend this one like this. I'm going to connect the two like this, okay? And I'm going to go from here to there. Now watch how I'm going to do this. And then I want to tell you how to alter this too. So I'm going to draw with a yardstick or a ruler. And this is the ruler for my DIY style cutting mat. So that's the way I'm going to draw it. So let's just say that I have a waistline. And I have a cute little waistline. As long as I'm imagining, I may as well imagine I have a cute little waistline. I can't draw that in. That's paper, business pencil. I can't literally draw that in. You have to do that on your body. So once you sew your shoulder seams together, you finish your neckline and you sew your sleeves in, then you're going to sew the side seam all at one time. You can literally, and I'm going to draw it for you, you can literally take it in like this and go back out in the hip area. That's your body, that's your comfort, that's what you want. You want to go in. You want it to look like you have a waist if you have one. I, however, do not have a waist. So I kind of go straight up and down. So I would go on this line right here. But can you see that you can very easily take that in? One of the things that I kind of smile at when you all send me an email and you tell me that it's too big right here. Everything else fits, but it's too big right there. Take right there in. Nobody said you have to take the whole thing in. You need to alter according to your comfort and according to what you want to fit. But this would be your drawing in the beginning if you needed to add.